planner friends. So today I'm going to take you through different planner formats. If you've ever gone to a store to pick out a planner, you see all the different kinds of formats. Some are ring bound, some are spiral, some are traveler notebooks. There's a bunch of different kinds. So today I'm going to go through the pros and cons of each one to help you pick out your planner. See you in my planner classroom.
Okay, so when you're going to the store and you're trying to decide what kind of planner to get, it can be pretty overwhelming. So we're going to get started and talk about all the different kinds of systems of planning that there are so you can have an understanding of which one might work best for you. So we'll start out. This is a recollections planner. This is a spiral bound planner. Now, if you're looking at a spiral bound planner, the things to think about is, for one, do you want to carry the whole year around with you? So it's not too thick right now. If you start adding papers, or if you start or once you use it, it usually gets a little thicker because the pages are not quite so close together. So it can be a little bulky. It's not really too bad right now, but it will get bulkier as you go throughout the year. So that is something to consider when you're looking at a spiral planner. Most of them have uh, the basic stuff in the front, perpetual calendar kind of thing. And this one actually has stickers that you can use as well. But it has a folder. You need a folder of some sort so that you have a place to put papers. So if you go in a meeting and you take your planner with you, you will have a place to put papers that you receive. Because with the spiral bind system, there's really not a way to add in papers easily. Some of them do have bookmarks that you can kind of stick in between all the little spirals and move it around, but you may also just have to use a normal bookmark for it, to keep track of where you are, or use something like a paper clip, or something, a binder clip, so you can easily turn to whatever day you're looking for. So really, those are the things to consider. You can't add paper as easily. It might be a little bulkier than you would like, and you can't add things uh, easily, but you do have that pocket. That's a good thing that you have the pocket, and you do have the whole year. Some people want the whole year in one place, and they want to carry the whole year around. And you would have that with this. You would always have your whole year with you. This you still have your monthly view, and this one actually is a vertical layout. So it has the weekly view with the three vertical spots. And this is where the month changes. That's why the colors change. So this is a spiral bound vertical planner. All right. So we'll move on now and talk about a book bound planner. Now, a book bound planner has some similarities to a spiral in that you can't add anything to it. But it does have a nice smooth end. You don't have to worry about the spiral getting caught on anything. This is from freedommasteries.com, and I got this on Amazon. This is the Law of Attraction Planner. This is a really good planner if you want to do a lot of goal setting. And one other good thing about these bookbound planners is they try to think of things that you would want in there, and they include this thing so that you don't have to add, you wouldn't want to add things. They try to include things that they think you would want to add. So there's calendars, extra calendars, things you're grateful for. This is an hourly, where it starts at 5 a.m. and goes till 10 p.m. and it's a weekly view. So this is a weekly view with an hourly layout. I used this planner from January until about April. I actually really liked the hourly layout, but I liked a different format a little bit more, because I like to be able to add to my planner and take away. It does have built-in bookmarks, which is always a nice thing, and there are two of them. And it also does have a pin loop, which is really nice. We didn't see that in the spiral planner, and it has an elastic to go around it, so you can keep it all together. Now, it doesn't have a full size folder like the other one does. It does have this pocket where you can put papers in it, but that would be more you'd have to fold it like a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You'd have to fold it in half to fit in this planner. And actually, this planner didn't come with the month tabs. I actually added those. Those are stickers I added at the end. So you may have that issue as well. All right, so the next kind of planner we're going to talk about is called a traveler's notebook. So this is a traveler's notebook. This is one size. They come in many different sizes. All the planners do this. And I've seen traveler's notebooks that are about a quarter this size on up to a full size 8.5 by 11. This is a Franklin Covey one. Has a place for a few credit cards and a pocket, which is nice, which you didn't really see in the other one that set up. And then you choose what kind of books that you want to put in there. There's a variety of books available. You can get them in all different sizes. I've used traveler's notebooks. I like traveler's notebooks. But you can, this is one that I used. And I, would put like 3 or 4 books in and keep what I needed in there. So this book, for instance, is one. It has places in the front for all of the monthly calendars that you would use. And then in the back, you have a weekly view. So Monday through Friday with a little bit more space to write in. So this is like I said, this is one that I've used before, but you can add whatever kind of calendar you want. There's a lot of variety in calendars. Here's another weekly view, and then you could also do more of a bullet journal type thing if you wanted blank pages or dot grid or lined. You could stick those in as well. Also, it has the option to add other accessories like this has a little zipper pouch, and this you could put another if you had a small enough notebook that would go in here. This one isn't small enough. You could stick the corner of it in there, but that's handy too. You can kind of take it out and put in whatever you want. I'll show you this one. This one is empty, but you have these elastics, and that determines how many things you can have in your book. So 4 elastics means 4 things, but you can double up. So if for say if I wanted to have this book in here, all you do is you take it, you figure out what order you want to put the books in, and then you just add it just like that. So you just really just find the middle of the book and you put it in. And then for your next book, you do the same thing. And that it's nice because you can move it around and put it in whatever you order you'd like. So there's some versatility there. If you find that you're not using one style of book, then you just take it out. And I still have one more left, so I could still add another one. And if you look, there's also the option of if I didn't have enough strings and I wanted to have some kind of little accessory pack like this, you can also put them, you can double up and put 2 things on one string. So it's in the middle of the book, but it's still readily accessible. It also has the pockets, just like the bigger one does, and it has places to put credit cards or to decorate, whichever you would like. Traveler's notebooks do have a pen holder, which is great, and a few extra pockets. And they almost always come with the elastic that goes around them to keep them shut, because you want those books to stay inside. Now, I did mention that you are limited with the elastics, but like I said, most places will sell additional elastics that you can add to it so that you have those available if you need more elastics. Okay, so the next kind of system, this is a little bit of a crossover of 2 that we've already talked about. So this is a Franklin Covey one, and this one is a spiral bound, but this is a small spiral bound. So it's a traveler's type notebook and holder cover. It has the elastics, but instead of having the staple bound kind of books, it has the spiral bound books. So this is done just like the other ones. It's just you have a spiral. So if you want it to lay out flatter than it would if it were in a staple bound book, then this might be a better option for you. You can see on the staple bound, you can press it open, but it doesn't just lay flat by itself. it takes a little bit of effort. But with a spiral, it does lay flat. So that is an option if you want the little spiral bound system. And with the spiral bound system, you can pick your layout as well. Like you could, I know some people only want to keep 3 months in the planner that they carry around with them. They'll keep the month that's just passed, the current month, and the next month. So you could have one book for each month that you keep in here. You also have, oh, lost a nail. You also have this pen holder right here, and you have these elastics right here. So you can go through and add more books if you would like to. You could add notes, things like that. So and then you have a place for cards as well. This again is another Franklin Covey. Okay, one of the last systems, I have one more after this that I want to talk about, is the binder system. So when you have a binder system, it's just like any binder that you had in school. You open it by pulling on that, and you can add and take away as much as you want. It's really nice because sometimes planning systems will come with a lot of extra sections. Like this one has international holidays for 2008. So, if you didn't want that, then you can just easily pop the whole section out and take it away. Or you can add it if you found a section of something that you wanted to add. One thing to consider with this type of planner, though, is that you will need the 3-ring punch that goes with this system. So there is an additional cost there that you will need to buy, because if you want to add or take away papers, or if you have your own things that you're going to create, you will definitely want to have this system, because this is not a standard punch that you could just buy at any office supply store. This doesn't fit like a normal notebook filler paper with the 3 and the 3. But it does come with a pen holder on both sides, which is really nice if you want to carry a pen and a pencil, or different colored pen and pencils. It has a place for 4 business cards or decoration, and then another place for business cards. Binder systems typically also have a bookmark that you can just add, and you can, sometimes you have to actually undo the binder clips, but most of the time you can just pop them in that way. So this still has July, August, September. You can see it. You can put more in. You can take more out as whatever you desire to do for that. But this is the binder system. These come in all sizes as well. This is another Franklin Covey. And then lastly, what I wanted to talk about was the disc bound system. So the disc bound system is there's not a whole lot of brands that do disc bound. Happy Planner does, and this is from Tool. These are discs from Tool, TUL. This is available at places like Office Depot and probably Staples. These are the disc mount system. Now, the advantage of the disc mount system is that when you want to take something out or in, it is just a matter of pulling it out. And then to put it back in, you just kind of have to push it back in. It's super simple. Again, with this one, you would have to have a separate kind of punch that would go with this. Now, this disc mount systems need a mushroom punch. So let me show you. So it is a special kind of punch that you need. You see here, the punches are mushroom shapes. So they are mushroom shapes. So you need a special kind of punch for it. Happy Planner has a punch, and I would recommend, if you're going to get a punch so that you can add papers of your own or print out papers of your own, then I would get the big punch. This is a classic size planner, but the big punch has two more rings than this one, and you can use the big punch to punch the mini, the classic, and the big, and that way you would only need one punch to be able to punch all their sizes. But there are a few other disc bound planners. Like I said, there's Tool, and some of the other planner brands have also started making disc bound, but they're super simple. One thing that you can do with this kind of planner and with a binder planner is called Franken planning, and that's where you maybe take sections of 2 or 3 planners and put them all in one planner. So the way I've seen some people do this, like they, instead of keeping all of the year together at once, they may decide that they don't want to keep that many months in here, so they're going to take out the last few months. So we don't need the from July of next year out, in our planner. So you can easily just pop it right out. And then maybe you put instead, you add another section. Some people will put like, they'll take July from their catch-all planner, and then they may have a faith planner, and they may even have a social media planner or some other kind of planner, and they'll take July from out of all 3 months and put them in one planner and Frankenplan. So it's one planner that has all of their current month in it, and they keep the other past months and future months in another planner. So they just work with one planner during the month. So there's lots of things you can do, but that's one thing about the discount system. You can make the planner your own. For instance, if you looked at mine, you would see that I have hourly pages in mine. This is actually a vertical planner layout, but I'm a professor, and when I teach, I like to have an hourly layout so I can see where my meetings are, where my classes are, and any meetings I have with students, things like that. So I use an hourly, but during some months of the year, I don't need it as much. Like maybe during the summer, I don't need an hourly as much. So then I would use the vertical layout where you have the three sections, and this you can separate into different areas of your life or different times of day, morning, afternoon, and night, however you want to do it. But with the disc bound and a binder system, you could Frankenplan those in where some weeks you use one kind, some weeks you use another, maybe another week you use a dashboard layout. So that is one of the bonuses of this disc bound system. You do not have a pin holder, so you have to buy a separate pin holder. I just use it and go to the current month, so so that I can open up easily to it. And then you do have, typically you'll need to buy additional kinds of bookmarks and things so that you can find sections quickly. This is notes section. So I just took some of the filler paper and added a section in the middle of notes. So that's another advantage of disc bound planners. So when you are looking for a planner, think about how you live your life. Are you the type who would want to carry around all of the year at the same time? Or are you the type who wants to just carry a few months? Or are you the type who doesn't carry your planner with you? You leave it at home, and so maybe you want a bigger planner so you have more room to write. And it doesn't really matter how small it is or large it is. You want a bigger planner for that. So think about those things. I'll have another video that talks about different sizes and talks about the specific layouts in each planner, so stay tuned for that. But I hope you found this helpful, and I hope that you find good luck in and planner peace as you search for the right planner for you. Remember that it is okay if you try one planner out and it just doesn't work for you. That's okay. There are plenty of planner people who switch after 6 months when they find out that system just doesn't work for them. That's okay. Get you a new one and try again. But I hope that you can find the planner that works right for you. Have a great day, and thanks for joining me.